Hi, I'm Dr. Lonna Denny, Bulletproof Babes. Welcome to another episode of Ask Dr. Lonna. And today's submission comes from Jane. And she writes, first, are you in support of older women who live alone to keep a firearm, provided she has a permit and is trained on how to use it? I'm glad you put those two things in there, but political dogma aside about firearm ownership, I absolutely believe in having a firearm because I've experienced this myself in the middle of the night in my 20s. I got up to use the restroom. I walk into the bathroom, and here's two guys breaking into my bathroom window. Now, I lived 3 floors up in an apartment building, but the adjacent building's roof came right up to my bathroom window. And these two guys had gotten that window open. And I remember running down the hallway, and at the time, I always kept the firearm right next to my bed, and I grabbed my AR-7. Would not be my first choice now, but at the time, it worked just fine. Racked it, put a bullet in, came down the hallway, and just as one guy is getting his leg through the window, and I didn't even have to say anything. I hear him scream, "She's got a gun, blood." And that's it. They scurried out of the window and down the other side of the roof like the little rats they were. So here's the caveat with having a firearm. It's always a challenge to be able to secure the firearm, but yet have it readily available in a high adrenaline situation like somebody's breaking into your home. There are ways to do that. So you don't say whether you have grandkids or not, but if you've got kids running around your house, it's really a challenge because if kids find that firearm, they will play with it. So look into it. They have wall-mounted magnets now that you can mount that gun to. There's a lot of ways to conceal a firearm now in your home. Also, you really have to put some thought and energy into it. Like, what firearm is right for you? Do you want something that's tried and true and something very simple like a revolver that's not going to jam? Or do you want something that has more ammunition capacity like a semi-automatic? But again, with weapons like that, with firearms like that, that bullet can pierce through a wall. I don't know if you live in a single family home or you live in a big apartment complex where you've got to worry about killing your neighbor if you miss with that bullet. You may want to consider a short barrel shotgun like a Mossberg 500 with a pistol grip. Those things are only about this long, and that's even legal in a state like California. And the wonderful thing about that is that you can load a lot of different types of things in that shotgun shell. Like your first round could be rock salt, which will hurt the attacker, but it won't kill them. And then the second round can be the regular shotgun shot. Also, what are the laws in your state? Because it really varies. Are you in a state like Florida or Texas, which is very lenient with firearms, or are you in a state like California, where even if somebody's breaking into your home, you have to meet a bunch of criteria before you can legally shoot somebody, even if they're breaking into your home? So that's really good to know. And, you have to put a little time and energy into doing this. Also, when you have that firearm, while it's unloaded, you need to run through some drills with it. Like somebody's breaking in, how quick can you get to the firearm? Because you need to develop a muscle memory, because shooting somebody is not first nature to somebody. And also in a high adrenaline situation, you want to have that muscle memory of, yes, this is how this firearm works, and you can do it quickly. So with those caveats, that's my answer. And if you have any questions, you want to ask Dr. Lonna, just write me and I will address your security question. That's it for now. I'll see you soon.